All right. The big moment I think everyone's looking forward to right now. Um, this is going to be, in your opinion, from least being CF. Why is there a C next to F?
Oh,
Whatever that is. From
I guess you can type in those. Good to know.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, we'll know that for the future, for the Savage one. All right, from F being your least favorite to S being your favorite, and or however you want to grade them as well. What is your favorite ultimate, least to favorite? So what I'm gonna do, stress. I'm gonna hands off here. Unless you ask me something, this is gonna be all about you and how you feel, and then you'll pass it to me, and I'll end us off with mine.
All right. So yeah, we're just one is gonna go in each of these slots. Just for me, like as far as like hard doing it. And so easiest one for me that it's just when I think about it, I just have no desire to go back in. Sure, I will help whoever clear it, and maybe I'll start liking it. Maybe I'll fall in love with it for some reason because I'll forget how much I liked it. It's just I just have no desire to go into UCOB. Just the jankiness combined with the Heavens Fall wall, combined with the boring final phase. It's just all in all, I just do not look forward to doing UCOB at all. And so then U is just so forgettable for the most part. So that's just an easy boom boom F and D. So then you start to get a little more difficult. So Omega puts me on edge. So like if I just already had a stressful day, I know I'm not gonna want to do top. It's just you just can't. You just can't. And so I can't put that at S tier. So that's easily not at S tier. Something else would be S tier. DSR has so much nothing in it at so many points in the fight that like I just don't appreciate a lot of the fight. I don't appreciate eyes. I don't appreciate information. I don't appreciate a lot of P5. I don't approve of a lot of the downtime in P6 in some cases, though maybe tanks it's different. P7's boring. I can't rank that as S. So this is a fight between Alexander and Fru for S and A. And then for B, C, it's going to be between top and DSR. So that's my mapping so far. And so now let's do the final thing. I'd say as far as just a start to finish clean fight, I'm going to put T over Fru. Just the enjoyability of every phase in the fight. We already talked about the music. Like start to finish, the satisfaction of completing mechanics, I feel like nothing else beats T, except for the fact that it's shorter than the other fights, so it's tough. But I would put T as like a perfect fight, perfect ultimate. I would say it's not truly perfect because it's missing a modern day's ultimate's worth of content. You could totally fit an extra phase in T and it would work. But as far as what's there, it's like a perfect fight. Now, of course, you can make it, you could argue it needs to be more difficult, but for what is there, I would say it's just enjoyable start to finish. I would put Fru at A, just because it's mostly enjoyable start to finish. It's just very, I don't know, it's like every part is enjoyable. And so I would say A is a good spot for it. And now DSR, I'll put it below top, because the accomplishment of doing top while it raises your blood pressure, like just the satisfaction of I did that. Like just every time you get through P5 successfully and then P6 successfully, you're like, I did that. Whereas DSR, there's just kind of none of that. I guess there's a little I did Astinian. I did P3 correctly. I think there's a little bit of that, but doing P5, there's not like I did Wrath, I did Doth. It's like no, it's just it's such an easy phase. And then for P6, it's like I did Wrath Flames, maybe like that one is this scary part, but other
Hell
than
yeah.
that, okay, for P6 I did the pass. If I'm doing the pass in Hollow Wings, it's like yeah, I did the pass. So that gives a little credit, but nothing on top. Just all right, I earned this high blood pressure. Like we're good. So top beats DSR. Brew, I appreciate that you have to be paying attention doing stuff, and I don't feel my blood pressure go up. So like I would say Fru beats top, and then just Alexander, it's just I'm just vibing and enjoying myself 24/7 when I'm doing T. I don't know why I haven't done more T clears. I should probably do that more, but it's just a vibe
I
from
can
start to
reprog with you on
finish.
the melee.
Sure. I mean, like I guess I could learn other roles too, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, I
But
mean
yeah,
the worst,
that's my
like
final.
DPS probably have the hardest. I I mean, between Dolls and then BJCC. I don't know after that, probably not. But they had the toughest like beginning for sure. And even then, it's not. You're fine. Just don't kill a doll between 20%, I think. So, all right, that's it, huh?
Yep. Now it's show
Well,
me what you
variants.
got. Yeah, okay.
All right,
I'm curious.
let's leave it how it is. Yeah, let's leave it where we're at, and we'll adjust. So, because a lot of it's going to be about the same. So, the the first thing is I don't have these spread out as much. They're actually pretty similar. I would keep the order of Uwu and Bahamut, of UCOB the same, but I would move UCOB to D. I don't think it's as bad as F to me.
Yeah, well, for me, I don't think it's as bad as F either. I liked having one in each column, and like, I squarely think it's like the least favorite one that I don't look forward to, is what I'd say.
Yeah. So what I think is, I think this is fair. For me, they're not as, I don't think as well appointed where I just don't want to ever go in. Like for UCOB, I would, and like you said, the same, but even more so, I really don't go back in unless I need totems, right? That's my driver, or if a friend really needs help, but I haven't been asked yet of like, hey, I want to reprog, can you help me? There's not an ultimate that I wouldn't do that with.
Yeah, that's true for me too. There's not an ultimate I wouldn't help someone else clear the minimum.
Yeah. But I'm not itching to go back to either one. I think you kind of said that with UCOB, especially. Just UCOB's just so vanilla, right? And I do not like how they have a lot of the music set up besides till the final. As tanking it was okay. It was just kind of repeat the same steps back and forth. It was kind of boring. Uwu was just, it was mind numbing, like, I don't know, like I was tanking that one too and it wasn't that bad. I don't think it was something that I'm not dying to go back into either one of these. And I think that's the main thing. They're not that challenging. They're definitely dated and you can tell. And that's just kind of how I feel about them. Now here's where we're going to be a bit different, I feel like. First, can you actually move the top 4 all onto B for me so I can visually see these? No order, doesn't really matter here. So if I'm looking at these, I think first of all, actually, let's start here. They're all at least going to be an A for me. All of them. I really do. I would do, before I go into these and before someone might get mad, these are all really fun to me. I all generally like them and they're all worth completing at least once if you like raiding at all in Final Fantasy XIV. If you like high-end raiding at all, even if you like raiding, yada yada, get into it. It's really fun. First, if I'm going to move any of these and to keep them, the first one I'm going to keep into here is going to be Fru. I think Fru for me stays A. It's going to be a little higher than where we're at. Yeah, I think you move left. However, I think that's good. I think that's the first one that stays. The prog point with it was annoying, but some of the best music, the best transitions, vibes overall, it's top tier. It's really awesome. Between like Fate Breaker, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I didn't like Conga Line. I didn't like, and this is a personal thing, nothing really in the fight, but I went through tank on it and I didn't enjoy it, and that's sort of why I went to melees. And I don't know, it just kind of got me off of that, and then I just haven't looked back since on doing tanking for these. It's not like I would never do it, but it kind of irked me. I just didn't enjoy it. So it's just, as a tank, I think I would enjoy the other 3 of these, and I have generally done them. It's just, I don't know, it just kind of irked me from it for the least. Next, me personally, it's going to be DSR after that. And so I'm going to put, for me, top and T are going to be top 2, and we'll talk about those after I go through DSR. So top and T are S tier for me. I think actually, spoiler, I think this is the order we're going to keep them into.
Okay.
So for A, DSR, it's a lot of what Stress harped on. I don't think this ruined it for me personally. It's just how I felt at the end, which is a lot of build up. DSR is the pinnacle of ultimates here. Like we are, this is all or nothing. You've played this game since day one for this moment right here. You've never lived until you did this, right? It's still a great fight. I still love DSR. Like, let me be clear.
And the
It was
flavor
fun
of
to
it with the
talk.
alternate reality,
Oh.
like they nailed that too.
Oh yeah, the Harshafant thing. As someone who never cared, I don't remember if you talked about this. As someone that never really cared about the Harshafant twist in the story, this kind of made me care about it a little bit more, and that's
Oh,
saying
for
a
sure.
lot for me. That
And
that,
I've
like,
always
skip
said
stuff.
they've done a great job of remembering Hashavant, but like I remember when he first died, I actually didn't remember what his name was, and I was not skipping cutscenes. I was like, oh fuck, what was this? Oh, that guy, what was his name again? And it was because he was in the game, he was a companion, and then they kind of just kick him out of the plot for like literally 50% of Heavensward. Then they bring him back into the plot, and then that is the point that they kill him. Like I don't know why they felt like they. Like, if he had been with you for the entirety of Heavensward and then died, it would have been so much more impactful. But regardless of that, they did a great job of remembering his death.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so with this, like I even have recency bias with, it did, I have recency bias with DSR. Like one, I cleared it last week. I cleared it again last night, and it just, the feelings never changed, right? And like Uwu was the first one I cleared, and I will remember that exactly the same way as before. Even when I went into it as like our static for like a test run of doing ultimates, right? I do think I think we will all enjoy, I think you and I specifically will enjoy the ultimates in general in a different way when we go through it with our static, right?
Mhm.
I don't know if it changes this list too much, but like maybe the prog aspect of it will be a little more fun.
Yeah. And then one day we might do the thing I had in mind, the speedrun challenge where you complete every single ultimate in a row continuously without wiping.
Would that be mostly a gauntlet challenge then?
Yeah, well, yeah. It's, think of a challenge run where you set up restrictions for yourself. This would be like a version of that where like beat every single ultimate in a row without wiping. It sounds fun, but like you need 8 people to have a lot of resolve.
Yep. You need to do that. And because if you die, you go back to the
5 ultimates in, wiping on the final mechanic of the 6th one, you are back to the start.
It's just, I know how I feel about DSR. Once again, this is a high A. Both of these are A+ to me, so I want to be very clear. It's like this A+ got like 100, like Fru gets 102 and DSR gets 101. You know what I mean? Out of your score and your math paper there. Like DSR is still thematically nails it. It's a nice chill ultimate to me. Like that's just where it lands. It's a nice chill ultimate. Yeah. Fru is a nice chill ultimate plus. Like it's not as difficult as Top. It's more challenging than T and DSR, but it still nails the difficulty level of, okay, I don't go full like mind off like with Uwu, right? Especially because of the final phase. But like there's still good puzzle mechanics with CT. It's still engaging early on without like the party synergy. I want to shoot myself in the face with Top's P2. That I think if I can give anything Fru as a recognition, like thematics with DSR, I feel like the difficulty balance is really well done in Fru the most.
Yeah,
that's where
consistent difficulty for every phase.
Yep. All right, here's where we differ a lot, which was the top piece, right? I love adrenaline fights. I love when you're just go.
Those sometimes like
it. Yeah. Me, all the time. If this is every fight was, moving around, even though it was easy, if it was like P7 DSR where you go around because the M7S mechanic, like you're moving around that much in P7, it would be probably my favorite ultimate. But you don't do that a lot in the fight ever. You kind of, besides Astinian, or sorry, not Astinian, Nidhogg.
Nidstidian.
You just, yeah, it's just like, like you're just not doing a lot. And when you like, especially when you do see Estinian in eyes, right? Um, that's what I was saying is like that's so easy. Like you literally just need to understand what you're trying to do, and that phase is free. Now I've seen some people be goofy on that phase. Whatever, it's fine. PF stuff, but it's just nothing's going on. Top once you like from P2 to P to the like beginning and end of P5 and I guess into P6, really from P2 forward with a mini break with P3 and 4, you are locked in. That fight is I think the longest fight in all the Ultimates, I believe. It depends.
Well, is that including like accounting for the cutscene? Because there's like a full-on cutscene, 7-second cutscene or whatever.
It depends on how the log site that other people that break TOS do, which I definitely do not view. It depends on if that's counted. I think it is though, because I still think your timer runs. Assuming that is, I do believe top is still the longest fight. It feels like the shortest fight to me. I feel like top is, it's not, but it mentally to me feels the shortest. Because once P5 starts, you are just churning butter here. Like it is, you are going. Like there is not a stop in my head of what's going on. We continue, you run through it. I'm locked in. I love that. I mentioned like way early on in the beginning first part of this whole series that when I did Mythic rating, which is the highest difficulty in WoW. And if you remember in WoD, there is Warlords of Draenor. There's the it's not Hellfire Citadel, it's the one before that, Blackrock Mountain. When you go through there's funny enough, there's puddles that drop, and you have to run around a circle with a boss. It's not AoEs that you're dodging away from. It's just you're dropping puddles and you go around. Like you go fast and you do that for like multiple laps. You're just doing NASCAR with some people need it dropping like in top where they have like bombs that drop and if you put on everybody they'll die. So it's like both of those coming. And as those move and you go around, it's just heal check, damage check, pop, you move on to the next floor and it keeps going. It reminds me, that's like top to me. I really love that. So that's why I enjoy that. That's why it's higher for me, because if that could be an entire ultimate, I would be happy. Minus the thing where you can't die. That is taxing. I will 100% agree with you. That's a whole nother level. That being said though, the speed at which that fight goes, it's perfection to me. Not as perfect as the Epic of Alexander though. Man, I was thinking about this when we were progging DSR. I was like, I was kind of thinking of this idea of doing this video, and I helped a buddy reprog P1 of T. And as soon as I landed back in there and you hear Pepsi Man's theme come on, Living Liquid, I knew. I was like, nah, this is still my favorite. Because then it's like that like low.
I need to go
level,
back in the T.
Yeah, you do. That do. I can't do it, but you know what I'm talking about, like where it's happening at the beginning.
Something
you will
the
instantly remember.
Reason.
Yep. You just insta everything flows through you, where it's just like, oh my god, it's like it clicks again. I remembered every phase, how it felt going through the prog, and how much fun I had, and the screams of clearing. Woo, man. I just think, bottom line, the biggest thing that T does that's different than others is that I am having fun. I am having the most fun in T, regardless of difficulty, regardless of any metric that we've done so far of anything. I'm just having the most fun. And that's bottom line why T is my favorite. And I think you said a lot of what I was looking for, and yeah, I think that's why. Between the music, thematics, the difficulty level, and the crazy fun last phase, and everything in between, that's why it's my favorite.
Now,
So I think
do we have an honorable mention known as Quantum to go through?
no, that's F minus. I hate that fight. I will never. That I know it's not actually an ultimate fight, and that does kind of make me lying because they did say it's like an ultimate difficulty, which I think so.
Yeah, it
Oh
meets
my
it
god, I
for what
don't.
it's trying to be.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hate that
It's
fight
just
for just the
balanced. It's
scaling.
balanced. It's
Yeah,
a problem with the game's balance more than anything else. But yeah, it's a little brutal. I kind of wish
I
if
will.
you had infinite pots, it'd be nice. That would just be objectively nice. But other than that, it's just balanced poorly in the life cycle of the game's balance. Just if you bring the wrong jobs, you are going to have a bad time in that fight, which just kind of feels bad.
All right. Well, with that, Stress, I think we got what we were looking for on this. I appreciate your time on here. Is there anything you'd like to shout out before we head out of this series?
I As far as shouting out, not much. I mean, of course, I'm going to be getting back into Madhouse Knife Only speedrunning probably over the next few weeks until I get sidetracked again with 7.4. But as far as what to shout out, I don't like my ultimate clears. We're talking about ultimates now. I haven't actually put my DSR clear. I might even throw my top clear. I have like top DSR Quantum. Like I cleared Quantum and DSR on the same day actually, so I have all this content to sift through. So that'll be fun. But our static moved on to the third rate tiered Endwalker. So shout out to our static.
Yeah, true. Sorry if it bothers you. The largest rating static on Primal and co-sponsored by Aether now, so that's enjoyable. We're probably the largest and only rating static on Primal still, but that's all right. Never gonna leave. But anyway, yeah. Well, I appreciate you, man. We've both prog together and opposite in some cases, or not really in some cases rather, and I'm glad we can generally end the same way on this.
Yeah, we're
And,
always like
7.4.
kind of like wavy
Yeah.
lines intertwining as we go through.
Yep. Yeah, man, I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. His YouTube is Stress Sure, right? Stress Sure.
Yeah, Stresher, just one word.
Yep.
I mean, that's not a real word.
I can't wait to have your late night knife only runs as well. I'm excited to watch those again as I fall asleep. They're my nightly cap. All right, everybody. I appreciate your time. Thanks for being here. Make sure if you have any questions, comments for us, if we get started into Ultimates, we're more than happy to help you get you started on there. And make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit for notification bell for more video game reviews, movie reviews, and much more. Have a good one.
All right, see ya.